Hi, my name's Luke Ferre. I'm here at Red Bus Radio, doing a nice little interview. Going to play some lovely songs for you as well. This first one is called "The Escape."
Now I've stopped reading the paper, 'cause it always gets me down. There's way too much murder and violence, sadness going around. To separate my soul from the sorrow and go to a happy place, just you and me by an old oak tree with your warm smiling face. No, I think you could be my escape, 'cause I just want to spoon you and feel safe. No, I think you could be my escape. Said it's all a bit too much for me to take. Now I've stopped watching TV, but I don't wanna stop going now. But I'm not mad about being stabbed on my way to your house. Now if it were my decision, then you know I'd never leave. So could you ask your parents if your room has a room for me? Said, oh pretty please, oh I think you could be my escape, 'cause I just want to spoon you and feel safe. No, I think you could be my escape. Said it's all a bit too much for me to take. Said it's all a bit too much for me to take. From sadness, I'm just playing hide and seek. No, I won't go looking for sadness, I'll wait for sadness to look for me. Said, oh come catch me, I think you could be my escape, 'cause I just want to love you and feel safe. I think you could be my escape. So it's all a bit too much for me to take. So it's all a bit too much for me to take.
That'll probably be Robbie Williams' "Let Me Entertain You." I think that probably kick-started my interest in pop, I think. Yeah. Living, I'd say. I think they'd be a lot more, well, lively, I suppose. Most of the ones that are dead are probably quite difficult to get them to commit, I think. So yeah, I'd probably have any musician living. It's I don't know. I think being able to say what you want. I don't think many people just get to. Well, to say what you want and have people listen, I suppose. People, you know, they pay their wages and then they spend that coming to essentially just hear me rant about things that I think are important. A lot of the time, they most definitely are not. But yeah, I'd say that, having a voice, being given a voice. Well, festival music, I suppose. Kind of been quite lucky. I've gone to a couple this year already. Sort of being able to play, which is quite nice, getting in for free. Yeah, so kind of just going around the stages, seeing different random bands, you know, There was a band I saw a couple of weeks ago in Wales called Abandoman, and they're an Irish hip-hop parody band kind of thing, an improv band, sorry. So yeah, that was quite an experience. So yeah, just crazy random festival music. I'd say it's probably my most recent one. It's a song called Wait, and it was written for my ex, just about the whole breakup and the whole ordeal. And obviously I like songs to be personal. I think that's the whole point. But this was one that people would listen to it and they'd tell me not to play it just because it was a bit too raw, I think, a bit too much. But I just like playing it just because I like showing that kind of vulnerable side of myself, because the chicks love it. Probably my dad, I'd say, just because he's a bit of a legend, really. Kind of he worked since he as soon as he kind of left school and college and all that, and he's been a carpenter for years, going out in weather like this where I'm quite lucky to be in a nice bus, but he goes out in all weather building houses and stuff like that, and even in kind of hard times when there's kind of work dries up, he always provides, and he's just probably the hardest working man I think I've ever met. So yeah, I'd probably say my dad. Keep that in because I'll get extra. That's going in. I'll get extra pocket money for that. Unfortunately, I think I've only ever been out of the country once, so it'll probably be somewhere in the UK. I'd say it'd probably be when I was young, and we still go to Cornwall every year as like a tradition, just go camping there. But I think when I was young, I think that was probably the best, sort of going bodyboarding and things like that, because at the time going to Cornwall for me was really exotic. So yeah, I'd say going to Cornwall when I was about 7 or 8, I reckon. How's the world changed in your lifetime? Well, I mean, Freddos have gone up. Freddos and Space Invaders. I mean, they used to be, 10p? Now they're about 25p. I think that's ridiculous. Probably a plaque of some description. Just to kind of, inform everyone officially. It'd probably just be too fun for me. I wouldn't do anything of any importance. And that's a worry, I think. I don't know if was it the Egyptian or the Mayan calendar is anything to believe. Not a lot. I think we're all done at the end of this year. I think the world's going to be over. So mute question there. Right, I'm really not sure. I talked to my pet fish, Marcus. Hi Marcus. I know you're watching at home, so Daddy's safe. I play a lot of solitaire. I'm a bit of a beast at solitaire, and badminton. Badminton I'm quite good at. Yeah, I play a lot of music, obviously. I play that quite a lot, just to kind of keep myself live and keep myself fluent. I don't really do a lot else other than that, I think. Just solitaire and music. And Marcus. I suppose it'd be the last century, technically. I've always been a massive fan of the 50s, I think, kind of all the start of rock and roll. So, yeah, I'd probably say somewhere in the deep south in the 50s. I mean, you get to work in the fields and all stuff like that, when music was kind of done on records and all things like that. Plus I maintain that I'd look fantastic in a pair of dungarees, so I think that'd be perfect for me. I think there's got to be, I think, with all the the infinite planets and infinite universes, that I don't think we're the first, the only one with life. I just think that our technology isn't as good as the ones on their planets. They've realised that we exist and they've decided to steer well clear of us. I think they know that we're out there, and they've made a conscious choice to leave us alone. Honestly, I don't know, but I'd assume it'd be greed, because you got the richest in our world seem to give the least back, I'd say. In terms of percentage, so I think it'd probably be corporate greed and individual greed to an extent. Look, if you want an answer, I'll give you an answer. What is the meaning of life? Oh Jesus, I don't know. I think if you're open to any form of an afterlife, I suppose the best meaning of life would be to have a good load of stories to tell, I'd guess. I mean, if you're going to then go and live on in some other world to infinity, you got to have something to talk about. So, make the most of every opportunity. If some strange man comes up and asks you to come sit on his bus, you say yes, I think. Hi, my name's Luke Ferre. You can find all my music at lukeferre.com. Also at Twitter, at Luke Ferry on Twitter, Facebook /Luke Ferry Band, SoundCloud /Luke Ferry Band, just kind of all of your social networking sites. I'm there.